Hello everyone, welcome back. Part 8. Let's go see what Nico wants. Could talk to him as well? Why not? Omachiyo. Okay, so this is the word the verb matsu, meaning to wait. And interestingly, he's kind of... This is a bit of a weird thing. It's kind of getting at Keigo a little bit, like polite language with the honorific first. O, machi. You'll often hear... like... people in like stores or service or whatever, they will often say "sho omachi kudasai," "omachi kudasai." So this is kind of the form it takes when it's in like polite language, and "sho" there just means like a little. Obviously, he's not saying that, but yeah. But he's kind of saying "omachi yo," so it's kind of a weird combination of starting to do kind of the polite form and then putting "yo" at the end. It's I wonder if I wonder if that's kind of a sign of him being, like, you know, not actually very bright or kind of sophisticated, but trying to be. Or if it's just actually, you know, a legit form of the verb. I don't know. Or, you know, I don't really know. But yeah, interesting anyway. And then, Koko kara saki wa tetora no aneki no heya da wasa. What is even that? I don't know what wasa is. But yeah, koko kara, so just from, you know, this place. Saki, meaning the point beyond, basically. So, kind of the point beyond from here. So, you know, behind him, the point behind him. What? Just obviously bringing that up as the topic. Tetora no aneki, so tetra. What did we do? This was like Miss Tetra, basically, wasn't it? Na heya. Heya is just a room, someone's room. And then da, just a declarative saying, you know, that this is, that's what it is, just declaring that it's her room. And then wasa, kind of two sentence ending particles that he's combined together for some reason, or used together, which people don't do. Yeah, I've never heard someone do that. Actually, when I went out earlier, the river that's near me is kind of like, it's quite high because it rained a lot yesterday. And as I crossed over the bridge, I heard this woman say "kitanai wa," like meaning like it's dirty or something is dirty. She said "wa." So sometimes women use "wa" as like a sentence ending particle, not just women, but it's kind of feminine sounding. So it's risky if you're a male and you use wa, but then sa after it is very odd. I don't know if that really happens. Watashi tachi datte metta ni hairenai n da. Okay, so watashi tachi, just, you know, me and my party, or us, you know, we, and then datte, basically replacing demo, meaning like even we. And then mettani basically means rarely, but you have to use it with a negative verb, which he has done here. Mettani hairenai. And hairenai is that's the negative potential of hairu, meaning to enter. So hairenai is negative potential, meaning we are not able to enter. You know, we only rarely... You know, you kind of need to reverse the negation on it to make it English. We are rarely allowed to enter, sort of thing. We are rarely able to enter. Even we are rarely able to enter. But as I said, in Japanese, mettani is rarely, and that has to be with a negative verb. So that's why that's negative. And then unda, just kind of explanatory language with a declarative. And then yosomono ga haideru basho janai no. Yosomono basically means, I think the kanji for this are literally like other place person. So a person from another place, as in a stranger. But yeah, yosomono means stranger, basically. Yosomono ga hailelu. I think that's hailelu. Yeah, it must be because the particle is ga. Yeah, haideru. So that's the positive potential. Basho janai. So it's essentially, it is not a place that strangers can enter. And then no, just, explanatory language again at the end. Okay. Yo, shinmai. So that's just a greeting, I guess. And then shinmai literally means new rice. I don't know why that means what it means, but new rice means like rookie. I think he calls you swabby in English, doesn't he, or something? Oira wa gohon. Gohon. Isn't that a coughing noise? I think gohon. I think gohon is coughing. So I wonder if he's trying to sound all big in his new role of being our leader, but then he's obviously coughing, which sort of is undermining his authority a little bit, maybe. So oira wa gohon. I don't know. Let me check gohon. I don't think that really means anything. Oh, it's got no entry in my dictionary actually. I think he's coughing. Kyo kara omae no anikibun no niko sama da. Okay, so yeah, I think he's really trying to play up his authority over us. Let me just look up anikibun. Okay, yeah, it just means senior group member. Like one's older brother, or it can mean that, but yeah. So oira wa, I am, cough. Kyo kara, from today, omae, as in the sort of potentially rude pronoun, the talking down pronoun. No anikibun, I'm your leader. Not niko, just combining his name with the role. So I am your superior niko, and then sama, which is very strange. You can't put sama after your own name. You'll sound dumb. Which is obviously the intention here. It's kind of, he's sounding very arrogant and kind of wrong and, silly. It's silly for the game. You can do it for a joke, but it might backfire. So be careful. And then da, just a declarative, declaring this information. Tappuri kawaigatte yaru kara iu koto wo kiki na. Okay, tappuri, I guess, is just, I don't know, a considerable amount. Full, in plenty, ample. Okay, and then kawai gatte yaru. Kawai garu is to... Kawai garu, it's kind of the adjective kawaii, which means, cute. And then garu... you omit the second E, because kawaii is ka-wa-i, and then the final E is the bit that changes for its conjugation, so it's got two E's in it. But you can drop the final E of certain adjectives and put garu on the end, and it kind of makes it into a verb to treat someone as if they are that adjective, I guess. Is that even right? Like, for example, kowagaru, kowai meaning scary, and kowagaru meaning like to be scared of. So kawaii is like to be cute or lovely or something, and so kawai garu, I guess, is to treat lovingly or to treat cutely, which is obviously weird English, but I think that's what he's saying. It's like, I will, I'll be good to you, I'll be nice to you, I'll sort of, I'll look out for you, I'll make sure you're, cared for, I guess. Kawaigatte yaru kara, and that kara is obviously just because I will do this. Yu koto wo kikina, literally the things I say, and then kikina, just, that's the stem of the verb again, that sort of quite friendly, familiar kind of way of requesting something, just the stem of the verb, kiki na. Yeah, you koto wo kikina. So just listen to the things I say because I will, I'll make sure you're, I'll make sure you're taken care of and that. Ja, mazu, hajime ni, shinmai kaizoku no shiken wo suru ze. Okay, so jar, just literally, you know, like with that, having cleared that up, from this point, you know, sort of let's start sort of thing, jar. Mazu hajime ni, so first, in the beginning, I guess, or first to start with. Shinmai Kaizoku no Shiken. So beginner pirate kind of test. Suru. So we will do a beginner pirate test. And then ze, just kind of a silly sounding sentence ending thing. I don't think people really ever say ze or zo with proper with, you know, committing. they don't really mean it. It's sort of a bit tongue-in-cheek, I think, ze and zo. And then kaku go shina. So again, this is actually the stem of suru, shi, with na. Just like he had ki na in the last sentence. He's got shi na in this. And kaku go is basically kind of to brace oneself or to prepare oneself or to be... they use the word resolution in the, you know, just to be ready for something. So kakugo shina is just, you know, prepare yourself, get ready. Oira ga kore kara yaru koto o yoku mite atama ni tataki komu n da ze. Okay, so oira ga kore kara yaru koto. So the things I kind of from this point in time do. That's so just disordered, isn't it? So this point from do things, so the things I'm about to do, the things I'm just about to start to do, and all those things, we know that all those things we are going to do a verb to because o is here. Yoku mite, so watch closely, watch carefully, and atama ni tataki komu, which is into your head. Tataku is to strike, to hit, also to drum. So you tataku, you know, you hit things, and it's tataki komu. It's like to hammer it into your head. Yeah, and komu is just into, basically. Tataki komu. And then undaze, just, you know, that's just a way to tell us to do that. That's a request. Mazu saisho ni koko ni aru switchi o osunda. So first, at the very start, basically, koko ni aru, existing at here, switchy, so the switch that exists at here, or the switch that is located at here, I guess. Osu is to press, so yeah, press it. Press the switch over here first. Chikazuite, 3D stick, o ue ni tauseba switchi o fumu koto ga dekiru ze. So yeah, chikazuku is the base verb, meaning to approach. But he's obviously using the te form, chikazuite, because he wants to say more information, so he needs to continue the sentence. 3D stick wo ue ni tauseba, so kind of if you tilt to up the 3D stick, if you tilt the 3D stick up. Switchi o fumu koto ga dekiru. So yeah, the switch, and then this is just, this koto ga dekiru is just a way to express potential verbs. Like he could have said fumeru, meaning, you know, you can press, you can step on. Fumu is to step on. So he could have said fumeru, which would be the potential form. But he just has chosen not to. I don't really know why. I guess sometimes you prefer one form over the other, but they don't really mean anything different. Fumu koto ga dekiru. So it's like literally you can achieve the thing of pressing. You can achieve the phenomenon of stepping on, sorry. Or he could have said you can step on with fumeru, but yeah, it doesn't matter, same meaning. I found this really hard, like, back in the day. リフトが下から上がってくるから、こいつにジャンプする。So lift, interesting that he's saying lift. I wonder if a lift is something that is, kind of like what just rose up, a kind of a something with an actual kind of physical support underneath that rises. Because they do use the word elevator, but I guess that's not what an elevator is. So maybe I don't think they use the word lift for elevators. But I wonder why he's gone for lift here. That's interesting. Anyway, lift ga shita is down or below, kara from, so from below. Agatte kuru. This is agaru is your base verb, meaning to rise. But he's used the te form and appended the kind of directional verb kuru, meaning to come rising. So they come rising. Or simply, I suppose kuru basically just adds a kind of a spatial element to it, like a direction. They come up. They don't go down or they don't go up away from us. They come up towards us. And then kara, just meaning because that happens, I guess, or from when that has happened, from when they have risen coming up. Koitsu ni jumpu suru. Again, interesting that he's saying koitsu, because as I said in a previous part, koitsu is used more for people now. It's rude when used for people, but it is, in my experience, used for people. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, he's saying koitsu, meaning these things, And then, so to these things, jumpu suru, which is obviously just to jump. I wonder, that was quite interesting, because he didn't use a te form or jump surunda, he just said jump suru, like as if I will or you will jump, Sounds a bit more sure that it's going to happen with that, maybe. Koko kara saki no lifto ni jump shite susumu n da ga, tosugite jump dekinai darou. Koko kara, so again from this place. Saki, again like from the point beyond this place. Not lifto, so that's just combining this attribute with lift. So the lift of sort of beyond from here. So to that lift, jumpu shite susumu n da ga. So we will kind of, susumu is to progress. So we will proceed kind of by jumping, I guess. Jumpu shite susumu. I guess jumpu shite just kind of gives us the means of doing it in this case, perhaps. Jumpu shite susumu n da ga. So we've got da ga in here. Ga is basically your butt. And the da can be part of the sentence, which it is here. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of funny. He could have just said jumpu shite susumu. No, he couldn't. No, he couldn't have. Jumpu shite susumu kedo? I think it's just, that's the most natural, isn't it? To put an un in. The only reason you can have this da here is because the un is there. Susumu n da ga. You can't have this da without the un. Anyway, don't worry about it too much. I guess basically it's saying but. So we're going to proceed jumping, but to sugite. This is the word toi in hiragana. To o i. But he's taken the e off the end to say to o sugite. And if you take the e off and put sugidu, which is kind of your base verb, it means to be excessively that adjective. So it's too far. So toi is distant or far. But he's taken the e off, to sugiru, and put sugiru, the verb, saying it exceeds being far, so it's too far. But then, of course, he wants the sentence to continue, so he's using the te form. So to sugite, it's too far. Jumpu dekinai. So, dekiru is the potential form of suru. It's kind of funny, but suru, as we know, or should know, is an exception verb, so its conjugations are all messed up. You know, it doesn't follow the same conjugation patterns as other verbs. It's crazy. And its potential form, rather than being something like shieru or sueru or anything like that, it's just almost a completely different verb. It's dekiru. So yeah, completely different verb almost. But yeah, dekinai. So that's obviously the negative. Jumpu dekinai. We cannot jump. And then daro, just, you know, meaning can we, kind of asserting it. But yeah, we cannot jump, can we? Because it's excessively far. Souyu toki wa kou surun da. Kind of regarding such times, regarding those kinds of times. Kou, like this, suru, we do like this, we act like this, we... Yeah, kou is like this, basically. Kou suru. We do like this. Kou surunda. And that's just kind of... I don't know what that is. Kou surunda? Is he telling us, or is he just being explanatory? Could be either. Ropu ni wa jumpu sureba burasagareru kara. 3D stick. This might be jouge, a combination of the kanji ue and shita, which when read together is jouge. Jouge de. Is this yurashite? Yurashite? A, hanasu. De, te wo hanasu. Oh god, here we go. So, ropu ni wa. So kind of literally regarding on the rope. So he's kind of talking about once you are on the rope, I guess. He's talking about the state of being on the rope. It sounds like quite a deep topic, maybe. He's getting a bit into it, maybe. Jumpu sureba. Ropu ni wa jumpu sureba. Bura sagareru kara. I'm not sure what this wire is doing, actually. I wonder if it's contrasting it with other things. So when you jump at the rope, as opposed to other things. Or if you jump, jumpu sureba. Bura sagaru. Bura sagaru is to hang down. So bura sagareru is just the potential form. So you can hang off the rope, basically. Kara, maybe from or because you can do that. I think it's from, actually. It's like from the point of... No, hold on. No, it can't be. It can't be from the point of doing that, because this is potential. So I wonder if it's actually, you know, because... That's a weird translation, obviously, but because you can hang from... on the rope if you jump at it, via tilting the 3D stick up and down, yurasu is to shake, yurashite, so you can sort of... Oh, swing, I guess, actually, sorry. Not to shake, yurasu. Yeah, to rock, to shake, to swing. Okay. So you can swing, yurashite, and then e de te wo hanasu. So via a hands release. Yeah, okay. Cool. Douda, yarikata wakatta ka? So douda basically meaning how, with a declarative, interestingly. I think that should have a question mark, ideally. Saying like, how is it? How is that? How are you? How will you understand? You know, how is that? Do you understand, sort of thing. And then yarikata. Basically, kata with the stem of a verb means the way of doing. So yarikata is, you know, the way to do it. And then wakatta is the past tense of wakaru, meaning to become clear. Or it kind of translates maybe quite often into do you understand? So wakatta is did you understand? You know, have you come to understand the yarikata, the way of doing? So how was it? Do you understand the way of doing it? And then kore wo tsuzukete kono saki no heya no iriguchi made ikunda. So kore wo tsuzukete. So I guess, you know, just continue this. And kono saki no heya no iriguchi. Okay. Oh my god. So it's probably want to start from the made. until iriguchi is like an entrance. It's literally an entry mouth. Yeah, so until the entrance of the room, again, Heiai's room, of the point beyond this. So the point beyond where he is now, I guess, meaning just further than him, beyond him, the point beyond him. So we want to go, and ikunda obviously is to go, so go until the entrance of the room of beyond the point of this, you know, continuing in this way, continuing doing this. リフトの上がっている時間は短いからそれまでにたどり着けなきゃそれでおしまい。Okay, リフトの上がっている時間は So he's bringing up the topic of the time, the time window basically, I suppose. Jikan is kind of a time window, an amount of time. So the time window in which the lifts exist risen is kind of what's going on here. This isn't really, while it has the same form as present continuous, this isn't present continuous form. I don't think. Lift no agatteru jikan. Oh, maybe it is. I suppose it could be agatteru. It could be. It doesn't really matter how you understand it. The point is that this is kind of... Maybe it does matter. It's either present continuous, meaning, you know, rising, or in the state of being risen, or it's... it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Lift no agatteru jikan. Yeah, I suppose not. Anyway, sometimes this is just present continuous, or sometimes it means like existing in the state of having done a verb, which is slightly different and can be used in other ways. For example, if someone asked me if I'd seen, I don't know, let's choose something kind of random, I don't know, Bohemian Rhapsody, right? That film that was out, like, you know, a few years ago now. Someone asked me if I had seen it, I could respond with mite iru, meaning I exist having seen it, not I am watching it now. So it kind of has either, you know, to exist having been risen, or rising, you know, being risen up. It kind of has both. Anyway, there we go. That's what we need for now. So the period of time in which the lift is, you know, I think it is this one, yeah, exists having risen, is mijikai. Mijikai, it means short. So it's a short amount of time. The amount of time is short. So basically, because it is short, sore made ni. Sore made ni kind of gives a deadline. It sort of means like by the time something happens. But I don't know what he means here. Sore made ni, by the time... Oh, maybe within that time? I'm a bit confused by that. I guess it must be that. By, you know, within that time period. I don't know. Sore made ni. Tadori tsukeru is basically to manage to arrive somewhere. It implies kind of hardship or struggle along the journey. Sorry, I say tadori tsukeru? Tadori tsuku. Tadori tsuita. Tadori tsuku. So I wonder, maybe this is potential then. Anyway, tadori tsuku is to manage to arrive somewhere through a struggle or after hardship, or maybe a long journey. You eventually arrive somewhere, you know, tadori tsuku. And I wonder, yeah, so I wonder if it's saying if you, until that time, if you are not able to arrive there, sore de, with that, oshimai. And oshimai is just a way of saying the end, finish. I think you see this in films. I think maybe Akira Kurosawa, was that the guy's name? I think he might have put Oshimai at the end of some of his films, actually. Oshimai, the end. I might be making that up. And yeah, this is tadori tsukenakereba. Yeah, I think this is tadori tsukenakereba, but obviously just... No, hold on. Yeah, tadori tsukenakya. Yeah, that's just a very short... I'd say, yeah, kind of lazy. Short way, a shortening of tadori tsukenakereba. Tadori tsukenakya. Yeah, alright, we've had plenty of that text box now. We don't need that anymore. Well done, Nico. You're the best. ここまでするのに最低でも1年はかかるな。Okay. ここまでするのに. So, no ni sometimes expresses a kind of a regretful despite. But in this case, I think the no is acting as a nominalizer, and the ni is just kind of meaning in order to, basically. Or to, perhaps. To, ここまでするのに. ここまでする no ni. I don't know why it's suru. Maybe to achieve, to do until this point, or the doing of until this point. No, I don't know. Yeah, to do. I don't know, man. To do until this point. Saite demo. Demo is interesting, but saite means the very lowest, or the very least amount of time, I guess. But often, actually, be careful with saite because it's kind of an insult. My ex-girlfriend used to say saite to me to kind of say I'm the worst person ever. Saite. So I have kind of bad memories with that, but she was very unreasonable. So I don't blame myself. She was very immature and kind of jealous, and so she would name call a lot when she was upset, which is quite childish, right? So I'm not that bothered. But yeah, saite can be an insult. Saite demo. I don't know what demo is. Saite demo. ここまでするのに最低でも1年はかかるな。最低でも。Demo. I really don't know. ここまでするのに最低でも1年はかかるな。最低でも. I'm gonna have to ask about that. I'm lost on that. Anyway, 1年はかかる. Kakaru is basically to take. It's used a lot with like amounts of time, because it will take 1 year at the very least. And then na is just kind of won't it, just kind of rhetorically seeking agreement sort of thing, I believe. And then ma, sore yori hayaku dekitara homete yaru ze. So ma, just sort of, I suppose, neutralizing the mood, neutralizing his kind of perhaps pessimism in our potential performance. So he's kind of saying, well, still, kind of neutralizing the mood a little bit. Well, sore yori. So than that, hayaku, quickly, dekitara, like if you can achieve it, quickly than that. Homete yaru, and homeru is just to praise, and he's just saying homete yaru because it's in, I believe, a bit kind of rougher sounding, and then ze at the end for fun, I guess, and then sa yatte mina. So this is yatte miru, meaning to try doing something as kind of an experimental kind of thing, rather than to try and do it out of a effort kind of thing. It's kind of an experiment sort of thing. They're different forms in Japanese. Yattemi. And that's the stem with na at the end, again just requesting that we do something in that kind of friendly-ish way. Shit. See, that's the problem with it, man. I just expect to be able to jump at like the height of the rope, but I just jump completely over the edge. Anyway, mo nani shiten da yo. So mo, I think, is just kind of expressing. It's just a thing people kind of say when they're frustrated. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that, I think. Nani shiten da yo. So this is like nani shiteru da yo. Nani shiten da yo. Yeah, just, you know, what are you doing, basically. Nani o shiteirun da yo, ideally. But nani shiten da yo, just kind of shortened down. Yeah. Chanto jumpu shite koko made koi yo. Sorry about my viber, by the way. That might go off a few times. I guess the family chat's getting a bit active. So chanto jumpu shite, properly jump, and then koko made, until here. Koi, just the again the imperative of kuru, meaning come, and then yo, just for force. Sorekara iwasureta kedo. Okay, sorekara, from that, or I suppose in addition to that, or since I've said that, that reminds me, perhaps, kind of thing. Iwasureta kedo. So I is just the stem of you, meaning to say, and wasureru is just to forget. So I guess to forget to say, and this is past tense, so I forgot to say, and then kedo, meaning though or but, or softening the end of the sentence. Okay. Ropu ni burasagatte iru toki, aru o oshinagara. This might be sa yu. This is hidari and this is migi, meaning left and right, but when combined together they're read as sa-yu. Sa-yu de, I hope. I need to double check that. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yurasu hoko ga kaerare. And that is unfinished. He's going to say more information in the next text box. So lopu ni burasagatte iru toki. So this is present continuous, I think. Like, at the time, when you exist hanging, or when you are hanging to the rope, aru o oshinagara, sayu de, so via left and right, kind of while pressing R, yurasu hoko ga kaerare, the direction that you swing, basically the swing direction. Kaerare, kaeru is to change, and that's transitive, so you need something to change for that. So you change the direction. Kaerare, that's potential, so you can change the direction. And then 3D stick, joge de, so via up and down. Agari sagari dekiru kara, kind of rise, descend, can, so. Yatte mi na, you know, try it out, basically. I'd better restart. This game wants to chill out on the text. Mind you, we've got the King of Red Lions coming soon. He's going to be a pain. Wait, got it! Nice! Yosh! More! Dekitan. So just the noise, and then kind of, you know, already completed, already achieved, and then no, just inquisition, inquiring into the, just adding inquisition to the sentence. Oira mo anikibun toshite hanagata kaize. So just stuttering at the start. Oira mo anikibun toshite. I also. Kind of toshite kind of means, I suppose, you know, again, it's taking that supposing, to be supposed as something. So, you know, supposing that I'm your superior. But toshite, you know, gets translated quite well as to just as, in some cases, as your superior. As your superior. I also, hana ga takai. Hana ga takai basically means to be proud. I don't know why. I wonder if it's because you're proud of something, so you kind of, you raise your head in kind of, in pride, and therefore your nose is high. Who knows? I don't know. I'm guessing, all right? Please look that up and tell me. I should be the one looking it up, but I'm not gonna. I might. So yeah, hanagatakai just means to be proud of someone. I think it's to be proud of someone else. Or I don't know, I might be wrong actually, never mind. Are katte ni agete mo ii kana? So again, stuttering. Are just meaning that thing. Probably temporally in this case. He probably means that thing from a time distant from now. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, that thing. Katteni. Katteni means to decide to do it without checking with someone first. It's like to just go ahead and, do something without asking or checking with someone. So, katteni agete mo ii kana. So, even if I give it kind of without checking, just deciding to do it myself, is it okay, I wonder, basically. Ii or not. So that's fine, isn't it? That's fine, right? Kind of saying it obviously to himself. He's just saying it out loud to himself. Yosh! Mukou ni aru o takara wa omae ni yaru. So, alright. Mukou ni aru o takara. So takara is treasure. Oh, just an honorific on it, because I guess it takes an honorific most of the time, perhaps. And it exists at kind of over there. Mukou. That's interesting. I mean, obviously, obviously not wrong. But I feel like Mukou usually means like over something. On the other side of something. I wonder if he's saying, oh yeah, maybe it's on the other side of this door. You have to kind of go over something. You go over this, the border, or it's over the space between us and the treasure chest. I don't know. Anyway, omae ni yaru. Yaru usually means to do, but it can mean just to give someone something. Again, I think it has kind of a rough vibe, but again, I might be wrong. Niko-sama kara no oiwai da. Niko-sama kara no. So this no here is just required to link this noun to this information, basically. It doesn't really mean anything, it's just needed. So it is kind of oiwai. It's like a iwao is a verb. Iwa is a verb meaning to kind of celebrate. So iwai makes it into kind of a noun, kind of a celebration. Then it's o on it because it just takes an honorific a lot of the time. Oiwaida. I guess it's just a memento or a celebration of our meeting or something, and it is of from Mr. Nico, I suppose. It's a blessing, perhaps, maybe a blessing. Iwai, congratulatory gift. Okay, there you go. So it's a congratulatory gift from Mr. Nico or something. Minna ga kuru mae ni hayaku motte ike. Okay, minna ga kuru mae ni. So two before everyone comes. Excuse me. Hayaku motte ike. Quickly, grasp it and go, or less literally, you know, take it. Take it quickly before anyone comes. Thanks, boy. Oh, wait, is this going to be long? I feel like we're going to get into a whole... Well, okay, I'll save it after I get the... After I've read the text box here. Thank you so much. Emono bukuro wo te ni ireta. So, of course, you know, you placed into the hand the emono bukuro. Emono is basically... Well, it's just... materials, isn't it, from emono? Isn't emono like materials from like hunting stuff? Yeah, game, spoils, trophy. Yeah, okay, yeah, emono bukuro. Bukuro is just, well, fukuro is a bag, but I feel like it often, the fu at the start often takes a dakuten because it's just easier to say. Emono bukuro. It might not be bukuro, but I'm going to say it like that anyway because I want to, and I'm probably allowed to. Emono bukuro. Emono fukuro. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so fukuro is bag, but I'm going to say it as bukuro because I think I can and probably should. Omo ni teki kara te ni ireta itemu ga hairu benli na fukuro. So all of this sentence... No, it's not. I was going to say all of this sentence is modifying fukuro, but I don't think it is. Yeah, no, it is, it is. It's saying benli is like convenient. It is a convenient bag. Na is obviously a na adjective. Benli na fukuro. It's a convenient bag into which, I suppose, all the information before this is modifying item actually, but the sentence as a whole is kind of building up to fukuro. So omo means like main. Omo na would be the adjective form, kind of main, but omo ni is kind of the adverb form, so mainly. Teki kara, from enemies. Te ni ireta. This is interesting, because this is obviously a past tense verb. Ireta. But there's relative tense in Japanese, so you've got kind of, actually, it's items that you have got. Items that you have entered into the hand from enemies, or items that you have got from enemies, and it's referring to the point in time after you've got them, of course. We don't have to have got anything already for this to be past tense, but we do have to have got the item before it goes into the bag, so it's kind of a relative tense thing. That's why it's past tense there, because we will have got the items before they enter into the convenient bag, so that has to be past tense. But yeah, we've got mainly from enemies, kind of to get, basically. Mainly got from enemies, items, enter. Let's go back. It's a convenient bag. Sorry, it's a convenient bag into which, oh god, items mainly got from enemies enter. So those items enter the bag or go into the bag. Saiko 8種類 no itemu ga hairu. Saiko meaning the most high, or basically the most, the largest amount, the most high, the most. 8種類, I think this is just, what is 8? Hachi. 8 is hachi, isn't it? Why am I having a brain fart? I don't know. Just because it's like, yeah, or hachi shurui. Anyway, shurui is like kinds, types, categories. So 8 kinds of items ga hairu will enter. A maximum of 8 types of items will enter into the bag. Nakami o miru toki wa itemu gamen de kasoru o awasete YZX o osu. So nakami just meaning contents. Miru toki, So regarding the time when you look at the contents, or at times when you want to look at the contents, itemu gamen de, so via the item screen. Karsoru is just cursor. But for some reason they've katakanaized it as karsoru. So cursor. Awasete. This means to meet or to match kind of thing. So awaseru is the causative, so to cause to match. So you make the cursor, you cause the cursor to match the spoils bag. You put the cursor on the spoils bag, you make them meet, you match them. Or less literally, of course, you just put the cursor over the bag on the item screen, and then YZX or OSU, press any of those 3 buttons. All right, cool. Yeah, that'll do for this part then, I guess. Thanks for watching. Like if you want, don't if you don't. Sub if you want, don't if you don't. Thanks to my patrons. Hope this has been worth watching, and I'll see you next time.